So, hello everybody and welcome back to the Animuscle blog feed in 2022. Whoa, what was that? Come on, special effects guy, pick it up. Boom! There we go, bosh. Anyway, so it's lovely to be back. Hope you all had a lovely new year. This is the first blog of this year and it's going to be incorporating sprint training. So it's incorporating different ways you can increase your speed in terms of your athletic ability. There's a number of ways you can do it. The videos that I'm going to show you on this clip will hopefully come across onto the screen this way or that way. I don't know which way it'll load, but it'll come up. So then I'll just narrate over them. So it's going to show you the 4 ways that I've used it in the gym, but you can also use this outside as well. So let's get into it. So the first video is putting the treadmill onto a incline. On the video you can see I've got it on max incline. Doesn't look steep on the video, but surprisingly is actually quite steep. It's on 15, which I think most treadmills go to. And it's just basically running for as quickly as I can for around 20 seconds roughly. Again, I do personally like hill sprinting a lot, even though it's dreadful when you're going through it. It's fantastic to do. In good weather, do it outside, find a good hill, utilise it. It's a free piece of kit and it's probably the best old school piece of kit that's free that you can find. A good hill to run up for interval sprints is fantastic. So yeah, stage number 1 is hill sprinting. On to the second clip. The second clip is on a flat, but it's at a much higher tempo, much higher cadence. I'm going flat out as fast as I can. Again, I'll try and tempo this to around 20 seconds typically. If you're going to build this into your program, for me, what I like to do is I'll aim for about 10 intervals of 10. So on the first 2 or 3 intervals, I'll run for probably 40 seconds-ish, just to get a good, not to burn myself out too quickly, but just to get, a nice pace running, but it's going to start hitting the lungs towards like the last third set of running for 40 seconds. So then as you increase speed, you drop time. So then I'll probably go for 2 sets at 30 seconds, 2 sets at 20 seconds, and then 2 sets at 10, full flat out as fast as I can, and limit the rest periods between. Now, I've never been one for enjoying very long distance cardio running or just long prolonged cardio on a machine at the gym. I find it very boring, which is why I'm so into the interval side of it. I feel you get much more bang for your buck in such a short space of time, and it's well worth inputting that into there. For me it is anyway, especially for athletic development, which is why I'm just so involved in intervals for my cardio. So yeah, so that's the one on the treadmill that's flat. On to the next one. So in this one, running with resistance, and I've used a sled, and typically they don't come with straps for them, but I've just got a towing strap or a lashing strap, and I loop it around obviously either the handles on the sled, and I put a sensible resistance on it, and I just go as quick as I can for whatever the distance is on the track that's at the gym I'm at. Again, it's fantastic, it's running with resistance, so you're going flat out and you are putting a lot of effort in, and you're not moving very fast because you can increase the load depending on how fast or how slow and how much resistance you want. Again, pulling the load is great because it makes you work harder. I like to run forward and run back, because I think it's important to work sort of both directional patterns, I think, for overall development. You don't see many people run as fast as they can backwards, but a lot of athlete programs do it. If you watch a lot of American football teams when they're training, they do a lot of fast feet drilling and a lot of resistance running. They'll tend to run with parachutes outside, which is again great, but if you're in a gym you can't really utilise a parachute, but if you have got the space and time outside and the weather, get one of them as well. Just basically run with the resistance over a set distance and then reset and go again. It's another fantastic little thing you can do. Just to mix up your training as well, instead of doing the typical push and pull of a sled with a TRX or just using the handles. So yeah, it's a nice way to change it up. On to the final one. So I mentioned this in the previous blog about resistance bands, and you can use a resistance band to do some sprint intervals on the spot. So obviously I've anchored the band, as you can see, funnily enough, to a sled, and you take tension into the band and you just run on the spot, high cadence, drive your knees up as high as you can, lean into it. It's a very good way to simulate a full effort sprint if you're really short on space. Even if the gym's busy or the weather's not great outside, or if you're doing them at home inside, it's another fantastic way you can use the band. So it's sort of killing two birds with one stone. It's good for your cardio workout, and it doesn't take many intervals or many sets for this to take effect to feel it. So, you know, hopefully this is giving you guys a bit of inspiration. I want to keep updating more blogs with things that I feel are interesting or of value. I'll put them in. And yeah, wonderful. See you on the next one, guys.